Here nor there.
It's the Jeep Celebration event going on
let's
now
do
at
this
your
bad
local
boy.
Jeep
What do you
dealer.
say?
I'm Matt Pauley with the Sports Flash on 1420 WEMB Sports Radio.
Right. Does that sound like it's kind of creeping up bumper music right there? Well, if so, kind of like a car about ready to pounce or something. Marky Billson, Tri-City Sports Now, and Fridays at 1, that means Jerry Bonkowski, the right rev of speed, NBCSports.com, as well as Sirius from time to time. And didn't have a chance to talk to him earlier in the week. Normally we also do Monday at 1, but the race was rained out at Dover, and they were actually running it while we were doing Monday's show. So Martin Truex Jr., the winner in Dover, and now they are in Kansas. Now, I want to ask you this about Kansas. It seems to me that this is a track that NASCAR has really tried to sell over the years. I remember there was a conversation about putting the NASCAR Hall of Fame in Kansas City, this sort of thing. Why has it been that Kansas has become a track that I guess NASCAR has wanted to promote?
Well, a couple of things. Number one, it's in America's heartland, and NASCAR tries to appeal as much as possible to the folks in America's heartland. Secondly of all, I remember when they first opened Kansas Speedway back in, what was it, 98, I want to say, maybe 99, somewhere around. No, actually, I think it was 2001, I think about it. But the point is, I was there for the first race, and Marky, there was absolutely nothing, and I do mean nothing, around the track in terms of businesses. I mean, it was like somebody dropped a racetrack in the middle of the cornfield, and within about a 4 or 5 year period, I mean, that place just exploded in terms of, businesses, hotels, restaurants. I mean, it became, the happening place for Kansas City, Kansas, as well as bringing folks over from Kansas City, Missouri across the rivers. So, it has, and plus the other thing too is, you were mentioning that, that was also the home, the corporate home at that time for Sprint, which was the main sponsor of the series for several years, from what was it, 2007, I want to say, until 2 years ago when Monster Energy took over. So there were a lot of attractive lures, if you will, for NASCAR to make Kansas such an important market. So it was a very important market, and continue to be an important market going forward.
Well, is there something that I should know or that fans should know that would make the track unique? I mean, there's all this talk about there are too many 1.5 mile tracks. But, Bristol, that's the shortest, but you see the entire race. Talladega, that's the fastest. Darlington might be, some people might debate this, with the Brickyard around, but the most historic, at least in terms of stock car racing, that sort of thing. Watkins Glen is a road course, and Pocono is triangular and all that. So there's something unique about all these tracks. What I'm asking you is there something in addition to corporate being there in terms of, and also great fan support, is there something specifically about the track that one should know about going into the race?
Well, I think, of all the 1.5 mile tracks out there, I'd probably rank Kansas in the top, the upper echelon of 1.5 mile tracks. I mean, drivers like those, the racing surface is smooth, but it's also gritty. If you understand what I'm saying. The drivers just seem to really enjoy going there. The irony, though, is that a lot of guys who you would think, would be successful there aren't. And the first name that comes to mind is Clint Boyer. I mean, he grew up in Emporia, Kansas, which is, maybe, I don't know, maybe 100 miles away or maybe less than that from Kansas City, Kansas. And he's been terrible at his home track. Carl Edwards from Columbia, Missouri, which is not all that far away. When Carl was racing, he didn't have all the greatest of success in that track either as well, too. So, it lends itself to guys like a Jimmy Johnson, Kyle Busch, people like that. They have done very well in that track, whereas other drivers who you would think would be good on 1.5 miles, such as Kansas, aren't that good. It's a conundrum.
Oh boy, we've had him talking about Jimmy Johnson again and all that. By the way, check out, though, in the archives, I mean, just go online and NBCSports.com. Jerry did do a big feature on Jimmy Johnson, and feeling that, it's only a matter of time before the losing streak, let's say, ends. Now, he did that at the beginning of the year, and then Jimmy Johnson did win the Clash at Daytona. Let's give him that. But, of course, you mentioned Jimmy Johnson in Kansas, how it benefits him and all that historically and all that. Before we get to that, I want to go back to last week, and it was a race, I was doing the show, and by the time I got out of here, I couldn't see it. But Martin Truex Jr. wins his second race of the season and second of the last three races that Truex Jr. won. Of course, he was so dominant last year, and in many ways I thought it was... why did we have the regular season in the first place when Joey Logano won the final race and the championship and not a Martin Truex Jr. or one of the Bushes? Where is Martin Truex Jr. now? I mean, is he back on his pace for 2018? I mean, do you think that this is the same, that he's as good now as he was then?
Oh, yeah. I mean, just because Furniture Row Racing, folded and he came over to Joe Gibbs Racing, there really has not been, much of a transition. The transition has been very seamless because, with Furniture Row, they were essentially a satellite team for Joe Gibbs Racing. So, there really has not been a lot of change other than maybe geographic. They moved the team back from Denver to North Carolina. But, the one thing that, and this kind of stood out to me the other day, I was reading something, and, I guess I just didn't think about it at the time until I read this. And, you think about it, is that, one more win, and Martin Truex Jr. will have tied with Kyle Busch most wins in the series for this year already. We're only, 11 races in the season. So I'd say, yes, he's definitely on track to regain some of the supremacy he had last year. And, he does fairly well at Kansas. He has to have a few breaks still in play, but I would not be surprised to see Martin Truex Jr. win this Saturday night, and it's a night race, which he loves at Kansas. He loves mile-and-a-half track. So, I would not be surprised to see him win 2 in a row and 3 out of the last 4.
Intriguing. Yeah, and I mean, I think Toyota, and you mentioned Joe Gibbs. I asked, are they the future of NASCAR racing? Well, they've been the past also, Marky, but I'm like, well, yeah, but is this the team nowadays? It seems that it is that way, and certainly winning in Daytona and Bristol, now Dover and all this. But, I mentioned the race was delayed a day, but